this from Nigeria for Africa, where we come from. We'll not talk some kind of like this. We'll just say, wider, wider, wider.
Hello, this is Face to Face on Radio Africa 1 International, an arm of Africa Broadcasting Network. My name is Osolonye Ajufoh. Our very special guest with us today from Abuja, Nigeria, speaking to us in Washington, is Felix Akugha. Felix is Zonal Director of DAR Communications, owners of AIT, that's Africa Independent Television, and the Ray Power radio stations. They are, of course, the biggest broadcasting network on the continent. And we'd like to welcome Felix to the program. Hey, Felix, welcome to Radio Africa 1 Face to Face.
So nice to be here.
You are one of the practicing journalists and an executive broadcast person, you're a management person. Now, what is the life of a journalist like in today's Nigeria?
Exciting, extremely. Nigeria, as you know, and as a lot of people would want to describe, is an emerging democracy. A country with boundless opportunities that is in the process of democratizing fully, and that itself, the process of democratizing fully, presents a lot of challenges for today's journalists in Nigeria. We are often referred to as the fourth estate of the realm, watchdog of society. In the case of Nigeria, watchdog of the personalities in government, and in fact watchdog of governance itself in Nigeria today. Operating in that type of environment where the democratic culture is not taken or is not deep rooted, as it were, itself presents several challenges for the journalist in Nigeria. Attempts by journalists to get into investigative reporting to expose some of these culprits in public office who use public office for personal gain through corrupt practices, don't take this type of efforts by journalists kindly.
Mr. Akugha, the rule book for African leaders has been suppress the press. Freedom of expression is even taken away from the man on the street. Even in Russia, the story is sad, where journalists who try to investigate, like you're saying, they often meet with some strange tendencies.
Yes, we are trying in Nigeria, while trying to do what we can to meet with the responsibilities of journalists. We also try as much as possible to try to protect ourselves. I'm not saying that we have not had such situations in Nigeria. In the last 1 year alone, I could count a few journalists who've met with very strange accidents. A few of them, have been shot, at home in their cars. I could easily point to Bayo of the Guardian newspaper. There was Godwin Abroko. There are quite a few of them who have met with very strange accidents. Up till now, law enforcement agents and agencies have not been able to, bring the culprits to book. We know, for instance, because after these assassinations, they're not robberies. And so, for instance, in the case of Bayo, his laptop was just removed from his house after he was shot in front of his house early in the morning. Till today, that laptop has not been recovered. Why not directly pointing the finger at anybody? Some of these occurrences are rather suspicious and leave a lot of questions that are yet to be answered as we speak. So, for journalists in Nigeria, the times are very testy and difficult times. But in nation building, everybody does have his little part to play. And for the journalists, you have no choice than to be a watchdog over society.
To Nigeria to put out our best foot when it comes to the democratic process, democratization. There's another opportunity, the 2011 election.
The 2011 elections in Nigeria, I must tell you that I'm a little bit scared, in the sense that the signs already leading up to the elections are rather disturbing and very, very worrisome. And I will just take you very quickly to issues surrounding security breach across the country. We've had, bomb blasts across the country, whether it's in Warri Delta State, whether it's in the federal capital Abuja, whether it's in Port Harcourt, whether it is in Abia State, whether it's in Bayelsa State, as we just heard of recent, just yesterday. So we've also heard of 13 containers of arms and ammunition seized at the Lagos port. There's an American company based in Texas that specializes in the building of armored vehicles. Earlier in this year, in February, they already said they had too many orders to meet up for the Nigerian market. As a result, they were shutting down orders from other parts of the world and concentrating on providing armored cars, bulletproof cars, to Nigerian politicians. What that tells me very clearly, with everything that is going on, the proliferation of arms in Nigeria, what it tells me very clearly is that the politicians are actually gearing up for war. And if already politicians are saying, look, it's a do or die affair, it's a fight to finish, and we are seeing bombs exploding, and all these bombs, without a doubt, all have some kind of political coloration, then I'm a little bit scared for the project called Nigeria in 2011. But as Nigerians and as journalists, we will do our best, but we continue to pray. Nigeria is a very, very fortunate country. We have always called on God. The churches, the mosque, usually have what is called a prayer for Nigeria. And we have, at the darkest hours in Nigeria, the darkest times, we have always seen the hand of God by way of divine intervention. I will tell you, at the risk of sounding a little bit, I don't know how to describe it, though I'm not I don't want to describe myself as being a religious fanatic, but I will say that I'm looking forward to some kind of divine intervention for Nigeria in the successful conduct of the 2011 elections.
Felix, design intervention is desirable, yes. But what is institutionalized? What is the government doing to make sure that there is a peace?
The government keeps assuring the people of a free and fair election. But we know, for instance, that the incumbent president, Goodluck Jonathan, is also running. And we see that his interests in taking part in the elections will itself present some major problems.
A lack of problems.
We see that the rise against the Jonathan candidacy itself by politicians from northern extraction who believe that the constitution of the People's Democratic Party, as stipulated in some sections, does of course give the North the right to power in Nigeria till 2011, at least within the People's Democratic Party. And so they see a situation that President Goodluck Jonathan is trying to rob them of their right. President Jonathan himself understands the situation very clearly. And I think that he's a little bit desperate because he's trying to turn everything on its head, trying to change the PDP agreement. I'm not very certain, I am not optimistic that the 2011 elections being put together by President Goodluck Jonathan, I do not think that they will be free and fair. I think most sincerely that President Goodluck Jonathan will try to affect the outcome of the 2011 elections. And
is there an agreement? Well, was there an agreement brokered in 2002 between the stalwarts in the PDP? Does President Jonathan know about this?
Jonathan, you must understand, comes from the Niger Delta region. There is some sense within the peoples of the Niger Delta region that since Jonathan has found himself in power, the people of the region in the last 50 years of Nigeria's existence has not had an opportunity to be in government. And so they're seeing this opportunity by Jonathan as some kind of divine intervention to, for the people of the Niger Delta region to have access to power. Remember that for 50 years, the northern part of Nigeria has been in power for about 38 years, while the southern part has been in power for about 12 years. Largely, that 12 years has been controlled by the southwest. If you recall that Obasanjo alone is responsible for 8 years in his 2 democratic terms, and again a year and a half thereabout as a military president. You will notice that the Southwest has taken a large chunk of the 12 years of rulership that has come to the southern part of Nigeria, while 38 years we've had leaders from the northern part of Nigeria. So that itself makes people from the southern part of Nigeria, and most particularly from the Niger Delta, which forms the south part of Nigeria, as they feel deprived and they feel that they do not have access to power. They see this opportunity as one created by God, and they see this opportunity as one that President Goodluck Jonathan cannot afford to throw away. So there's a lot of encouragement from people of Niger Delta towards Goodluck's presidency for him to continue. But the big question there is, if we have several ethnic groups in Nigeria, if we have adopted zoning, even in the Nigerian constitution that talks of federal character, why will President Goodluck Jonathan want to overheat the polity? Why would he want to upset an existing arrangement? And the reaction from the north tells me that the northern part of Nigeria will not take it lying down. And that is where a possible crisis and anarchy can emanate from.